was a whiner, and he even talked about since he came down the escalator. I mean, you know, the guy he was impeached, he was indicted, he was convicted, they tried to kill him. I mean, he's a Russian asset. And Obama's whining about one thing, and that's his birth certificate. He hasn't stopped since 2011 on that.
The Barack Obama going after Trump, and actually I thought it was a fairly innocuous number of things about nicknames and about crowd sizes, because that's all he had. There was no Trump policy. There was no Trump economy. He couldn't point his finger at anything because the last 4 years have been a disaster under the Democrats. So if you're going to run again on the metaphorical or allegorical mean tweet strategy, have at it, because everybody's used to Trump now. They're used to the nicknames. If the best thing Michelle said last night, according to Jessica, was that Trump didn't like them because they were black, maybe you should rethink the party you belong to if you're going to keep race baiting and accusing people of being racist. I think America is tired of that. There are a lot of other things you could go for other than calling people racist. And also, that relies on mind reading, which no Democrat is capable of because they can't even read their own mind. Having said that, this is their time. It's not for us. I agree with Jessica on that. I don't want to be like a weirdo who hate watches the five and then tweets about it. You know, if you're choosing to watch something that's not intended for you and you don't like it, that's kind of on you. So I'm like, I sit here and I feel like, you know what? I'm not going to be like the guy at a bar who's over listening to a conversation that a family's having. It's none of my business. And now to my last point, business and minding your own business. Obama made an aside about generational wealth being basically affirmative action, whether it was for Trump or rich white people, who knows. So because your parents did all right, it's not fair to other people. Fair enough, you can say that, but mind your own damn business. You have no business getting to somebody's family's hard work. You keep your side of the street clean, we'll do ours. Since when is somebody's family's wealth your business? Envy for what a person's family did is really sad and sick. You know, generational wealth for many people is a myth. Ultimately, wealth, when you accrue it, is transferred down to your kids. It's split, and then it's split again, and then it's split again. Generational wealth only lasts, for most people, one generation. It divides instead of growing. Unlike Obama. So he made his wealth through government, public service, good for him. Corporations flock to him because of the star power that he got being in government. He's made millions, perhaps hundreds of millions, without ever creating one job, without ever creating one job in the private sector. All of that money goes to him and to his lovely children. The generational wealth that he has accrued, he is obviously going to pass to them, and they're going to pass to their kids. But you know what they're not going to do? They're not going to stop working. Rich people don't stop working because they're rich, because they want to remain rich, and they know you can't live that way. So let's be done with this myth of how rich people somehow don't work because they have generational wealth. You know, he wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth, but right now he can buy truckloads of silver spoons.
All right, Dana, last question.